Greetings and salutations, how's everybody doing? We're back looking at the show, Record of Lodoss War. And looking at episodes 10 through 13. Because there's only 13 episodes. So let's look at the Demon Dragon of Fire Dragon Mountain. This episode came out July 31st, 1991. Parn's group takes a back entrance into the mountain where they run into Ashram, his dark elf companion, and the great dragon who intends to leave no intruder unscathed. Visually, this episode is great from the moments when the dragon shows up. It's intimidating. And when it comes to fantasy epics, I don't know a lot about elves and all that. I don't know about say, hey, what's their powers and all that. Unless we're just making it up when it comes to D&D. But I did think it's cool when Dee started using her magic and just said get out of here, spirits and all that stuff. The sword fights in this episode are a lot of fun and introduce a powerful scepter which can control and harm the dragon, which the bad guys are able to, get. So, next episode, The Wizard's Ambition, August 31st, 1991. With the Scepter of Domination at hand, Wagner sinks a high elf to sacrifice to the goddess of destruction, Cardis. With the entire island as well as Didit's life at risk, all paths lead to Marmo. The goofy wizard villain who looks like a pope, in this case, Wagner, his laugh is still a lot of fun. I feel like the dramatic elements like Dee going to fight and Mama are all good. I do find the episode kind of slow until the big bad wizard, Wagner, shows up and he goes say, I'm taking her with me. But him taking her away, whatever he was planning to do, it sounds threatening. And honestly, this episode was pretty good. I mean, it was pretty entertaining. The moments when we have Wagner, he is a visually entertaining episode when he's just having moments of say intense laughter, the laughter, that guttural laugh you get from your inner throat. But yeah, this one was alright. The final battle, Marmo, the Dark Island, September 30th, 1991. As Wagner lowers the sacrificial altar deep below the castle, the great dragon Nars awakens. Meanwhile, Ashram is the first to face Wagner as Parn makes his way to save Didit. This one is pretty exciting, and that there are sea monsters that try to stop the king from getting to Marmos to help Parn and his friends. There are spirits that come out of the castle and go into D, and we have the return of the screaming spirit skull that, appears in the sky. And, which, whenever that appears, that's pretty badass. Another dragon that is even more scary looking than the red dragon is Nars. The atmosphere when Wagner is in the castle has very gothic vibes, and there is even a golden dragon who fights Nars. So we have a bit of a dragon clashing battle in the in this episode. Like, yeah. In Lodoss, the burning content, November 20th, 1991. Parn and his friends struggle against the creatures that have been resurrected by Nars. In this case, the giant dragon. In this case, like I said, they're fighting against orcs, they're fighting against wolves, they're fighting against, like, goblins and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. And yeah, like, I think one of the things that really helps, honestly, with this episode is in that, we have the return of, what was it, his name, I believe, like, when he is showing up and he's fighting Wagner, there's a moment when he just, like, slashes the dude's face. And I'm just thinking, like, say, okay. Because this one was pretty epic. There was, like, but that does not take him down. It does not take him down. Because, like, he just shows up in a little bit and goes, like, say, hey, surprise, I'm back! And he just, but eventually, like, Parn is able to, and along with Rasham, be able to take him down and is able to save the day! And, the sense of justice is returned to the land and everything seems to go well once again. So, pretty good episodes. Pretty good show. See you next time.